Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole,
And I'm Brittany.
and this is the 11-Minute Mile, episode 22. We're just going to chat about getting dogs or a dog or a pet. And I'm
And the pros and
obsessed.
cons.
I'm totally obsessed. Dog obsessed.
Well, Nicole has 2 dogs, and I currently have 0 pets. But Nicole, what was kind of the point? When did you know you were going to get a dog? Like, what was the deciding factor?
I mean, I always wanted a dog. I just knew like probably my first 4 or 5 years in the city, I could not handle a dog. That responsibility, like it's like having a baby.
It
Totally.
is so much
Um,
responsibility.
Also, they are quite a bit of money, but I wouldn't say that would like I feel like every person I talked to always said, "Well, they're so expensive." And I'm like, "They're not that expensive." Obviously, their vet bills and stuff, their year
Mhm.
of course, if something goes wrong, that's different, but their
Right.
yearly vet bills are not that bad. Their
Yeah.
food's a little bit expensive, but overall it's very doable. But we also have 2 small dogs. But
Yeah, I was going to say the size kind of depends. But what type of dog? So Fred and Phoebe, what type of dogs are they? I forget.
So Fred's a Pomchi, and
Mhm.
then we think that Phoebe is a this thumbs up thing. We think that Phoebe is a Papillon mix, but they're both rescues. So
Yeah.
and we got Fred during COVID when I had a peeping Tom in my apartment.
Yeah, that was weird. That's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother story. If you want to hear about the peeping Tom, that is one full episode, maybe two. So make sure you message us if you want to know about that.
But
Um,
getting Fred, I feel like it is so nice to have that companionship. Like during COVID,
yeah.
it was really nice. Dan and we thought about getting a dog during COVID, and
I know, I
we
didn't know
actually
that.
we puppy sat because we were living in Arizona. So we were like, we had space.
Yeah.
Like our thing was always like never having enough space in an
Mhm.
apartment. And that was always like our struggle. Cause I grew up with multiple dogs. Like my brother has a Great Dane, we have a
Yeah.
Westie, and we have like a Brittany Terrier. So like we have like multiple size dogs. And I love pets, but I just knew how much responsibility they were.
It's
But
work.
yeah, so much
Big
work.
dogs
But
are I do think that big dogs are way more work though. Like
absolutely.
my little babies are pretty simple. And
Yeah.
Fred, granted, for everyone out there listening, Fred fully goes to the bathroom on pee pads still, and he's almost 4, but he just refuses to go to the bathroom outside. But he also, I mean, Brittany, he came from a really bad situation. So I'm like,
Yeah.
wherever you want to pee, just make sure it is like
As
on
long as it's on the
the
pad.
pad. Granted, sometimes he misses and whatever, or if you're not paying attention or something, he'll go on the rug. But that is why we
Yeah.
got a washable rug from Ruggable or whatever.
Yeah.
Ruggable sponsor us.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Please.
I mean, I would say it is really good practice, especially like now that we're wanting to have kids soon. It's
Mhm.
really good practice because it is responsibility. Like you have to come home, you have to take the dog because obviously Phoebe goes out, but you have to feed them, you have to take them out, you want to give them love, like all the
Mhm.
attention. So I don't know. I think it's so worth it.
Yeah, the time management is a big shift, I feel like, for people
Yeah.
who aren't used to having that sort of responsibility.
Yeah. I think
But
the most difficult part is just travel
yeah, because
when you
you
leave.
guys get a sitter, right? Or
You
you
get
have
a
a
sitter or
walker.
friends watch. Obviously, like we don't want to take advantage of friends watching like dogs all the time. Not that they care and they love doing it, but I feel bad. I'm like, I don't want to take up your time.
Yeah.
Um, but that's the hardest part. And we would never, they just wouldn't do well in a kennel, and I would have anxiety if they were in a kennel. So
Yeah. Also, I feel like a
Rover,
kennel's a little nicer for the bigger dogs. The small
bigger.
dogs, yeah, they
Yeah,
need
not
a
scared little Freddie.
he would be I've puppy sat Fred, and he like literally like pooped his pants, like terrified. And I'm like, you
He
know
just
me and you see me like frozen.
I know.
I've never seen anyone so scared in his whole
He
life.
just gets stiff, like so stiff, and then poops, like little turds come out. But not, I mean, he just is obsessed with me, and it is the best feeling in the world. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I can stay home with you all day long, do nothing.
Yeah.
Um, But no, yeah, the travel is the hardest part, but I will say I've had really good experiences on Rover. I have not had a bad experience yet.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
nice.
And I've become like friends with the people that I meet off Rover, so that's
Yeah,
fun too.
that's great. You're like, actually, now you could just be my dog walker.
Yeah.
But
No, Liz is amazing. She was at my birthday this year.
yeah,
Liz. She's
yeah,
great.
that's so fun.
So, you
But I
guys
was
should have got a
talking,
dog.
yeah, I feel like now we're at the point where we want to get a dog when our child wants a dog. Cause I feel like you
Yeah.
go through a phase where like your 6, 7, 8-year-old wants a dog. We'll be those
Mhm.
epic parents that get him a dog when he's 7 or
Yeah.
8 to teach him some responsibility. But I know for me, like we had a dog growing up that was my dad's. It
Mhm.
passed away when we were like young, and then we all of us just like were begging for a dog. And my mom is
Yeah.
like, absolutely not. That is not what I need right now. Like extra responsibility.
Big dogs are
But
hard though.
we got a black lab, and
Yeah.
I was in 7th grade, and it was the greatest thing. I took her out every 2 hours. Like it was
Yeah.
essentially like having an infant,
Yeah.
but taking the puppy out when you're in New York City is a little more challenging. You're going down
Yeah.
13 flights of stairs or going on the elevator, having accidents in the elevator.
Yeah.
It's a different world here.
I would say though, these two little guys, I mean, they're so simple.
Easy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, Phoebe's polar opposite of Fred. She's so easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Phoebe was a great addition to your family.
yes, she was. Although, remember when we got her because we wanted her to help Fred? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Fred will walk outside. He'll love it. He'll go to the bathroom. Literally nothing changed, but they do love each other. They're so sweet and they like snuggle and stuff. It's cute. And they're like
Yeah.
friends. When we leave, they're here together. So you don't feel as bad leaving.
Yeah. I do think once you have one dog, getting a second dog is
Piece of cake.
less. Yeah. I feel like that's like
Yeah.
it's not like adding another child to the mix.
No.
It's a little bit easier.
I want a third dog. Chris said no.
Well, it's like with the space. I feel like the space is so hard.
I
And I
can't.
feel like
No.
the type of dog you get in the city, like I see people walking around with Great Danes, and I'm like, where do you
It's kind
live?
of sad.
So
It
sad. I'm
makes
like,
me
where do
sad.
you live?
Yeah, I'm like, they don't really
Can't
want to be
believe
in a
it.
tiny little apartment, which I mean, who knows? Maybe they like it. I have no idea. I mean,
Yeah,
dogs might like small spaces and just when they go
I don't
outside,
know.
they get to go wild and run free. I don't know.
Yeah. Luke, my
But
brother, he rescued Duke, our Great Dane,
yeah.
and it's really cute that they're Luke and Duke, but Duke is like
That is
an
cute.
Eeyore. He's like the biggest, sweetest, like most, and I'm like, I want him as a dog. Like he's enormous. Like if he wanted
You
to
could just like
cause,
sleep on them.
oh, absolutely. It's bigger. He weighs like
Yeah.
130 pounds. Like he's bigger than like a human.
I'm
But
obsessed.
he's terrifying. Like if anybody like came at you, I was like, this, when I moved to the
Yeah.
suburbs, I'm getting a dog like this
That's
just
what
to
you want.
protect me. Yeah.
Oh, we will definitely like if we ever move out of the city and get a house, I always said we would get a big dog. I'm petrified to live in a home. I'm like, my 700 square foot apartment is perfectly okay. I'm never scared. I know everyone in my building. When Chris leaves, I don't feel like I'm alone. I think moving to a home sounds terrifying.
Well, this is a whole nother story
It
because it
is
is it is terrifying. Even when I go home and it's like the house that I grew up in. It's not
scary.
scary at all, but I'm like, there's nobody knows. Like nobody could hear me. Like
Yeah.
in
I
my
turn on like
apartment.
all the lights so I can
Yeah,
see everything. I'm looking out the windows. I'm like, who's watching me?
I
It's
know
scary.
it's so scary. Dan goes to work. I'm like, when are you coming back?
I hate it. I really do. I hate it. I do
Yeah.
want to throw one thing out there because I know that people look for vets in New York and
Mm.
I don't they might be other places too, but small door vet is awesome. It's membership based and I do it for both Phoebe and Fred. So,
Oh,
if
that's
you're
nice.
in New York, it's small
Are there
door.
more locations than just the Upper East or?
Yeah, there's more
Oh,
locations.
nice.
But we have tried so many vets, and that was definitely I didn't think that I was gonna like it just because it felt a little too good to be true. Like it's cute,
Mhm.
it looks a little bougie, but it's
Yeah.
actually like the pricing's not that bad. Anytime
Nice.
we travel, because Phoebe needs medication for the car because she just doesn't do good in the car.
Mhm.
and I could text them that morning and they'll have her medication ready in
Oh,
like an
that's
hour or
great.
2. Yeah.
Very
I mean,
convenient.
luckily it's a few blocks down, but,
Yeah.
small door vet,
Yeah, but
obsessed.
that's great.
Yeah.
It's super
Mhm.
informative because that's something as a non-dog owner, I would never really even think of. That would be like not
It's
my main
amazing. You go
thing
in,
to
there's,
think
like,
about.
treats you can take for them. They have an espresso machine. I, like, sit on the little couch, I drink my coffee, and
So nice.
all the vets are just so lovely. So, yeah, we've had really good experience.
That's great.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
everyone loves dogs. And you go to Central Park and where they all
Yeah.
run free.
Yeah.
People love animals and
Get a dog,
it is
everybody.
nice. Everyone
Yeah.
starts chit-chatting with each other because hanging out at the dog park.
Yeah. They're your, like, little buddy.
They
But,
are.
well, thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks so much.
Go get a dog.
Go get a dog or don't.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.